All right, so let's talk really quick about when you're supposed to do cardio and why, and also why you need carbohydrates, okay? So the idea is that you need to have no glycogen in your system, or as close to no glycogen in your system, in order for your cardio to be most effective, okay? The reason why is that carbs convert into glycogen. That glycogen gets used in a chemical reaction when you're lifting. And this is what gives you a solid, effective workout. The people who are on prep that are very low carb diets, they can't do as heavy of a lift because they can't make that chemical reaction. Okay. Now, fat is going to get used up after all of your carbs are used up because our body is lazy and because it takes a little bit extra in order to put that fat into the energy cycle. You need to have used up all of your glycogen, but you also additionally need to have enough oxygen in order to convert it effectively for the chemical reaction. So we come back around to, when are we supposed to be doing our cardio? When you don't have any glycogen in your system. How can you tell that you don't have any in your system? You feel noodly, okay? So this is why they're going to tell you to either do your cardio fasted or in the morning first thing, or after your workout. One of those two things, because one, you're going to have used up the energy source that are most effective during your heavy lifts to give you a good effective lift, and two, that means that you can then use that fat store, okay? Then it comes down to, what kind of cardio am I supposed to be doing, okay? You need to be, again, getting that oxygen into your system in order to convert the fat to energy effectively, but you also need to be working out hard enough that your body knows that you need to be using an energy source, i.e. your fat. Now, when it comes to that intensity, you can't be doing too high of an intensity that you're gasping for air all the time because you're not getting that oxygen in order to make that chemical reaction happen. But you can't be working out such a low intensity that your body doesn't even feel like you're really working out. You need to be feeling a little bit warmed up, but you should also be struggling to breathe. Kind of good rule of thumb is like, if you're having a conversation and every few words, you need to be kind of taking a breath in, but it's not difficult. That's a good spot where you're at. If you're got headphones on and you can kind of like whisper the words to yourself and every few words you're kind of struggling for breath, good spot where you're at. What's another way that we can really push our cardio routine? Not just using one part of your body. If you're only using your legs for cardio, we are missing out on a big caloric burn happening from our upper body. And so this is what I'm going to show you guys today. Build your own routine. Okay, so I'm going to show you 5 movements that I've recorded from another cardio routine that I did previously. A couple of things is, 1, less is more. You need to be using weights that are not so heavy that you can't maintain this for an extended period of time. I'm talking like 15 to 20 minutes, okay? If you can start with 5 minutes, build up to 10, that's totally fine, but your arms need to be able to go the entire time without having to drop them. So don't grab 5s. I would recommend starting with 1s, starting with 2s, 2.5 pound plates. You want to put ankle straps on. Hey, you want to grab some water bottles that are full and use those. That's totally fine. But less is more for this one, okay? Now, the idea is that you're picking a number of intervals and you're doing arm movements that can be repeated the entire time using those weights, okay? So, for example, I'm going to show you here. All right, so again, these are not the only 5 movements you can do. There's plenty, but in this video, I'm going to show you, we have our alternating overhand forward punches. Leave me alone while I wash my sheets. We have our open and close back flies, keeping our arms tight. We have our underhand grip alternating punches. We have our zippity doo-dahs. I definitely showed that out of order. And then we additionally have our alternating cross-body chest extensions, okay? You can do other things. You can do overhead shoulder presses. You can do kind of flying motions overhead. You can do curls down low. You can do curls up high. You can bend over and kind of do some single ladies. Again, kickbacks if you want to, all sorts of different movements that we can include on this. But the idea is you want to get your upper body engaged at the same time that your legs are moving, because this is also going to engage your core. Front of the body, back of the body, everything all around, burning more calories than if you were only using your legs. Okay, So after you've put together your circuit, you're going to repeat everything for intervals. You could do it 30 seconds on, 30 seconds to the next movement, whatever works for you to get started. You want to do 1 minute at a time, absolutely. But now your cardio routine is going to go by a whole lot faster. It's not going to be so boring, and you are going to burn those calories and be sweating bullets. Remember, wipe down your equipment. Bring a towel if you have to. Don't make your germs everybody else's problems. And if it helped you out, share the information with everybody else, because we're all in this together, burning calories. You and